In their efforts to complete a circular railway network around Taiwan, the Japanese had considered constructing a railway from Taipei to Hualien, from Kaohsiung to Hualien, or even through the central mountain range from Nantou to the east. However, these plans were shelved due to the enormous costs and technical difficulties. Nevertheless, the Railway Bureau deemed the Eastern Railway essential and decided to prioritize the construction of the Yilan Line, Taitung Line, and Pingtung Line. As for the Hualien to Sua North Link Railway and the Taitung to Fenglia South Link Railway, they were designated as the final segments of the circular railway due to their mountainous terrain and sparse populations. With the completion of the 95-kilometer Yilan Line from Badu to Suao in 1924, the Western Trunk Line was extended eastward to Suao. During the construction of the Yilan Line, the Taitung Line and Pingtung Line were also actively under construction. The Railway Bureau's ongoing surveys and rapid railway expansion underscored the high expectations of both the government and the public during the Japanese colonial period for the completion of a circular railway in Taiwan. In 1897, Yamane Takesuk, the provisional leader of the Taiwan Railway team, led an expedition along the East Rift Valley to survey the Taitung Line. The team traveled from Hualien Port by sea to Suao to survey the Yilan Line before proceeding to Keelung. 6 months later, the survey report concluded that while the engineering was feasible, the lack of a suitable harbor and the low population in the Hualien-Taitung region rendered the project economically unviable. As a result, the plan was suspended. In 1907, following a visit to eastern Taiwan, Governor-General Sakuma Samada decided to prioritize the construction of the railway segment between Hualien Port and Pashiko. Subsequently, the Railway Department established the Hualien branch office in 1909 to initiate the construction of the Taitung Line. For the railway construction between Hualien Port and Pashiko, 2 potential routes were considered. In 1909, the railway team conducted a survey. The first route proposed a direct path from Hualien Port through Bobo Tribe to Mugwa River. The second route took a detour through the area between Bobo Tribe and Dolan Tribe to Mugwa River. Although the first route was shorter, the poor soil quality posed significant challenges. The second route, with gentler gradients, was deemed more suitable for railway construction and was ultimately selected as the detour route. In 1914, a survey was conducted for the section from Beinan Town to Pashiko. Due to the risk of attacks by indigenous groups, the survey team required protection from local administrative offices throughout their journey. The surveyed route began at Beinan Town, passing through Malan Tribe and Beinan Tribe, crossing the Baisijiu River, and continuing through Lulia Tribe, New Kijiachuan, Wanrenpu, Zayaguluan River, and Qingshui River before reaching Pashiko. This survey mission was completed in 1916. In 1910, construction of the first phase of the Taitung Line began from Hualien Port, connecting Hualien Port to Pashiko. This section faced numerous challenges during construction, including geological issues, shortages of materials and labor, and poor sanitary conditions. Due to these difficulties and limited funding, the railway was built as a light rail line with a 762 mm gauge. However, a forward-thinking approach was adopted by incorporating structural standards that could accommodate a 1067 mm gauge in the future, enabling seamless connection with the Western Trunk Line. The north section of Taitung Line was completed in 1917, after 7 years and 4 months of construction, costing 4.34 million yen. The section south of Pashiko faced budget and manpower constraints as resources were prioritized for the Yilan and Pingtung lines. As a result, the government permitted the Taitung Sugar Corporation to operate a 50-kilometer rail transport network north of Beinan. The company already operated a sugar-specific railway, and to connect all its sugar railways, it constructed the Chulaway River Bridge and a flatland railway in Dapu. This extended to Lilong and Xinwalu. The section between Taitung and Lirong was built by the Taitung Development Company at the time and officially opened for service on December 6, 1919. On April 25, 1922, the Railway Department purchased the Taitung Development Company's light railway for 950,000 yen. The light railway between Taitung and Lilong, originally part of the Taitung Sugar Railway, was nationalized and renamed the Taitung Southern Line. The section from Pashiko to Lilong was the second segment of the Taitung Line awaiting completion. Previously served by manually operated trolleys, this stretch was inconvenient for both locals and travelers. As a result, the Railway Department began constructing the Pashiko to Lilong section in 1921, using a 762 mm narrow gauge. The construction period was extended to 5 years. In 1923, the Great Kanto Earthquake in Japan led to financial austerity measures by the government, causing the construction project to be temporarily halted. In 1926, the Pashiko to Lilong section was completed, spanning 41.4 kilometers. With this, the entire Taitung Line railway was finished, totaling 171.8 kilometers in length. A full line opening ceremony was held on March 25, 1926, at Pashiko. The Pingtung area boasted favorable natural conditions, producing large quantities of rice and sugarcane. However, the western trunk line only extended to Kaohsiung. Therefore, the Railway Department decided in 1907 to first construct the Fengshan branch line, which ran from Kaohsiung Port Station through Fengshan to Jukatang. The branch line opened in 1908 and served as the precursor to the Pingtung Line. The section between Jukatang and Lukwekyo required crossing the Gaoping River, formerly known as the Lower Tamsui River. Spanning 171 kilometers, the Gaoping River is Taiwan's second-largest river, with a width exceeding 1,500 meters and fast-flowing waters. It frequently flooded during the rainy season, presenting the greatest challenge to constructing the Pingtung Line Railway. To construct the Lower Tamsui River Bridge, the Governor-General's office first built levees to redirect the water flow and carried out construction during the dry season. The project was overseen by Railway Department engineer Ida Toyoji. The bridge-building efforts faced numerous setbacks, including structures being swept away by floods and a malaria outbreak that claimed 16 lives. After years of effort, the Lower Tamsui River Bridge was finally completed in 1914. Spanning 1,526 meters with 24 piers, the bridge cost 1.3 million yen and was hailed as East Asia's first iron bridge at the time. The bridge's completion enabled the railway to extend from Jukatang to Pingtung. Ida Toyoji, a native of Shizuoka Prefecture, Japan, was responsible for constructing the Pingtung Line during the Japanese colonial period. His dedication and meticulous oversight during the Lower Tamsui River Bridge project led to overwork and illness, and he passed away in 1913 at Tainan Hospital at the age of 40. After the bridge was completed in 1914, the director of the Takao office erected a memorial near the site in his honor. At the time, the railway extended only to Pingtung, leaving the vast Pingtung Plain without coverage and failing to fulfill its goal of transporting rice, sugarcane, and other goods. In 1915, the Railway Department proposed constructing a railway from Pingtung to Fangliao. Initially, the plan was rejected due to insufficient funding. After 2 years of persistent lobbying, the project was approved in 1917, and a construction office was established in Ago. The Pingtung Line was then extended southward. By 1919, the railway reached Jutian, a key hub for water and land transport of rice. In 1920, the line extended to Chaozhou. However, construction halted due to budgetary constraints. Work resumed in 1922, and by 1923 the railway reached Shizhou, where the Nanzhou sugar factory processed up to 1,200 metric tons of sugarcane daily. Shizhou became a crucial hub for sugarcane transport. The Great Kanto Earthquake of 1923 disrupted construction plans, leaving the Pingtung Line stalled at Shizhou. That same year, residents of Fangliao and Donggang petitioned for the railway to be extended further south to Hengchuan and for the construction of the Donggang branch line. However, due to Japan's financial difficulties, it wasn't until 1936 that the Japanese parliament approved the railway budget. This budget included extending the railway from Shizhou to Fangliao and constructing the Donggang branch line. In 1940, the Donggang branch line was constructed to meet military needs. This branch extended from Shizhou through Shibian and Dapeng to Donggang. Additionally, a military branch line was built from Dapeng Station to the Naval Aviation Base at Dapeng Bay, forming a branch within a branch. In 1941, the railway was finally extended to Fangliao, marking the full completion of the Pingtung Line after 34 years of construction. In 1944, during World War II, to prevent a potential U.S. military assault from Fangliao, the railway section between Linbian and Fangliao was dismantled due to a shortage of wartime steel. Designated as a non-essential line, its materials were repurposed for military use. The line was not restored until after Taiwan's retrocession. The construction of the Eastern Railways coincided with the First World War and the 1923 Great Kanto Earthquake, during which Japan faced severe financial difficulties, leading to multiple interruptions in the project. To expedite the goal of completing a circular railway around the island, the Railway Department adopted a fast-track extension policy, resulting in the successive completion of the Yilan Line, Taitung Line, and Pingtung Line. However, budget constraints led to issues such as inconsistent track gauges and substandard quality, which affected train operations and the connectivity of the circular railway. In the 1930s, the Taitung Line also experienced cargo backlogs, hindering regional development. Consequently, the Taitung Line underwent multiple improvements after Taiwan's retrocession. Although the North Link Line and the South Link Line remained incomplete during the Japanese colonial period, preventing the realization of a fully circular railway, the foundation for Taiwan's railway network was firmly established. After Taiwan's retrocession, the challenges of constructing the North Link, Eastern Line expansion, and South Link, the three most difficult railways, were ultimately overcome through the perseverance of the government and its people. Thanks to the efforts of the engineers and construction teams, we can now enjoy the convenience of a one-day round-island train journey. As we ride the trains, our hearts are filled with admiration and gratitude.